Hello everyone, it's me, Cameron Scans, and today I'm actually gonna do something a little bit different. This is not an ASMR video, but I'll try and do that sometime. This is actually gonna be a scary story a little bit. It's about me and Miku. If you already know if you can already tell, maybe if you don't know where this is going, then I think you should listen to the story. So, it's like this. It was like pretty much any normal morning. And me and Miku were just getting up and we and it was fine. Nothing much has happened. We got up and made our breakfast, of course. Well, I did. Since she usually doesn't cook for me. I'm most likely the one that cooks for anyone. Besides that, we decided to head out on a little walk. Just me and Miku. Monkey was upstairs, just sleeping. He had been he had been asleep for quite some time. Well, like for 2 days actually. Never woke up and got out of my room. Never was strange to me at all. Along the way, we went past. Miku and I decided to go past the city. She, everyone, everyone was sure to get out of her way. Cars made traffic lights were just randomly set to stop for cars and traffic to let Miku pass through. And Miku was very careful not to harm any humans, or destroy anything. We all loved her, even as a giantess, of course. Well, most likely me. I absolutely loved her. Like how, and she really was like a child to me. But let's not get that. Let's not go back do it through time, of course. Then, later that day, something went a little wrong. Mika and I were just heading through the plains. Well, most likely a green valley. Mika was taking great care. Well, there weren't any villages around here, and there was no humans around either. She could see everything, but not exactly. There was a bunch of trees everywhere. Then, suddenly, there was a crunching sound. It was a sound of a building, probably made out of sticks or wood. Miku got a little scared. I did too. Hopefully no one was inside. She sent me down to investigate what it was. To my surprise, it was actually a small cottage. She had accidentally stepped on it without her, even though she was trying to be careful. The lady in there was furious. She was she looked more like a witch, but I didn't know this yet. She told I tried to apologize to her, but it was really not much of use. She complained and complained. Then all of a sudden she put a spell exactly straight onto Miku. And that's where all hell broke loose. She seemed fine at first, but then, all of a sudden, I looked up and saw her eye twitching, like she was fixing to snap. And I asked the lady, "What did you do?" But she was already gone, disappeared. Then, all of a sudden, Miku raised her foot just straight on top of me. I dodged out of the way just in time as she smashed the rest of the house. I was terrified. I asked, "Miku, what in the world did you do?" She looked scared. She looked scared herself. I, I don't know, she asked. She said in reply. She picked me up again. She looked very shaken up. Then her other eye began to twitch. I was starting to get even more scared. Since I was being close to her, I was directly right next to her face, which probably could mean one thing: the mouth. And just like that, she just picked me up with her two fingers and looked at me with worry. Then she opened her mouth. She tried to close it, but it wouldn't. I tried to tell her no, and I can even see in her eyes that she wasn't wanting to eat me. I closed my eyes and hoped for the best, but she then stopped. To my relief, she came back. She came to, and we both gave out a sigh of relief. I think we should go away from the town. It's not far. It's not really far from here. We shouldn't. We have to find some way to get you back to normal. I think that lady was a witch. And then, just like that, she popped right in front of our faces and gave a little cackle. I wanted to tackle her, but I knew that I was. Then I decided to try and reason her out and ask why she did this to her. She replied, "What do you think? If she likes destroying things, then she'll be it." "How absurd!" I replied in anger. "She would never do anything like that. I swear. She was created when..." "That's enough from you. So be it." "That's it?" I asked. "Don't make me give her more power." No, please, don't. Could you just please change her back?" I don't. We didn't mean. She didn't mean to. We swear. We never meant to. We never meant to destroy her little cottage. We swear. At first, we thought she actually came to reason, but instead, she she like any other witch, she cast another spell on her. This time was more powerful, and it kind of backfired on the witch. She snatched the witch up and ate her whole. The witch screamed at the top of her lungs, and when and then it slowly became silent. Mika was very confused. So was I. Well, more likely we were both in surprise of what she actually did. We thought that would break the spell, but no. Next thing I knew, she she grabbed me and put me on her shoulder then. Then her eye began to twitch again. And then it was off. It was the most horrible thing I ever seen on her face. A devil's grin, an evilish grin, and an evilish grin. Her eyes were still blue, but her eyes were still blue, but her smile was not normal. She was smiling. She didn't stop smiling. Then she turned around and walked back towards the city. When we arrived back there, everyone immediately started screaming. They knew something was wrong that I already didn't know. Then, to my amazement and horror, she literally raised her foot and smashed the building with one step. Everyone began to run away. Then she began to step on more houses and buildings, cars, and even people. It was the most gruesome and horrible thing I ever seen in my life. But Miku just kept on smiling. I just wanted to jump off, but I couldn't. She was still in her giantess form, but there was nothing for me to do but to climb down without her noticing. So, I began to climb down, very gently on her, while she kept crushing everyone in the house and everything. Then, I finally made it to her waist. It's like she barely even felt a thing. But what I didn't notice that she actually can feel me. She can actually feel my fear. And she knew that I was actually climbing down and pretended I didn't, and that she didn't notice. Just as I slid down her leg and got onto her foot, she stopped suddenly, and I was flung backwards and landed hard on the asphalt. Then it was all black. All black. Then colors came in. Orange and red and yellow. And those colors were the blood and fire, were the fire from the buildings that she destroyed, and the blood of humans. Then I looked up to see her foot just hovering above me. Then I looked at her face. I could see that she was actually crying. Like, not wanting to do this. Then her face suddenly changed back to a smile. Then her eyebrows turned blood red, and her eyebrows gave a evilish look. Her face had turned all evil now, and then I shouted, "No!" Hope you liked it, everyone, because I especially did. Please give it a like and comment down if I should do another scary story. Later, everyone.